girlfriend sat down to watch some of the stream, and first thing she heard was, "It smells like chlamydia in here." I'm
And
sorry,
that doesn't
chlamydia
smell right.
stinks, and I've smelled it in many public bathrooms. And I'm like, go get your chlamydia checked. It's a simple prescription. I've had it 3 times. Like, there's no excuse for you to have chlamydia. There's no excuse.
Does that pass the smell test?
Miserable woman. Constance Chimmy is her name. Oh, Constance Shimmer? That's who left a comment on my channel. I'm going to read you this comment because, hey, Liz, we love that necklace so much. Hey, Riley's Human. Listen to this comment. And it's not because I want to give attention to haters or trolls. It pertains to this. It's actually very healing. Very upsetting to see money being spent on another tattoo, but getting other people to pay for therapy for your own child, which you should for his own privacy, not disclose in your show. Rethink your behavior for your child's sake. What a disgusting, really dumb thing to say, because you say things with assumptions that you don't know anything about. You just made all of those assumptions and it made you look like a total ass, right? Tommy bought me that tattoo. Did I run out of the gate sharing that for the world? No, because it's not anything I need to say to anybody, because I don't owe anything to anyone, right? Totally. But it's a great example, right? Like, it's a great example of if you watch it all, we've been trying to talk about and normalize how beautiful therapy is, and how much I think kids can benefit from therapy, and teenagers, and how much of a success that it is that my son is now seeing a therapist. Boy, how hush hush. You shouldn't be sharing that. Why not? What if it inspires somebody else to get therapy? What if it's not a bad thing? What if I got his consent first before I brought that onto my channel, which I did? What if it's a great thing to normalize therapy? You fucking ass. You made a total ass out of yourself. Yes. I think it's a beautiful thing, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. And I think it's a beautiful thing that somebody sent me something and said, here's for some self-care, for you to get therapy, for your son to get therapy, or for self-care. A beautiful friend of mine sent that. Why is that not worth celebrating? And is it okay for Tommy to say, hey, I really love you, and I want you to get this tattoo. I want you to jazz up your Fred one because I know you're unhappy with it. And I know that you found an artist that does a great job, and I'd like to gift that to you. Do I have to explain myself to everybody, or do jackass people just want, I mean, it's not anything on me, but maybe don't make assumptions about anything you know nothing about, right? I think if I can inspire anyone with my own therapy, or with my son getting therapy, to get help, or to not feel ashamed to reach out, right? Why not? It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, Time Mark. I'm not telling you how to spend your money. Well, it's not so much about the money. I don't care about the money. People have gotten on me about the money since I started a channel, right? Like, the biggest thing is I'm a grifter. No one cares. But therapy works, and fuck anyone for saying different. Yeah, Joe. I also just think, so what is it that she said? Like, you shouldn't disclose that because on your show, because it's your son. What if it helps somebody? Right? What an embarrassing failure of an asshole comment. Like, I'm sorry, but like, get with the times. Shaming is old, hate is dated, and you look stupid. You look like an idiot. We're all laughing at you for that. And I don't want to shame people back. It's not cool to shame with shame. But how about don't walk into somebody's living room and try to embarrass them and use what they've done against them and weaponize it? I'm proud of my tattoo. That was very kind of Tommy to gift it to me. Okay. And I'm proud of my son in therapy, and I'm not ashamed of any of those things. I'm not embarrassed. I end every show now mindful and happy with what I did. And this makes me think of that. We're done trying to figure out who's with us, against us, or walking down the middle because they don't have the guts to pick a side. Did that person leave a comment or send you a message? They left me a comment. It's this person. She left that on my channel. That's her name. And that's her comment. Right? Hey, baby angel. Your story with Tommy is one of true forgiveness and Christian love. That is really kind, DNB. Thank you. Don't hide it to share their feelings, right? She was done with anything that didn't bring her peace. She realized opinions were a dime a dozen. Guys, opinions are a dime a dozen. And I'm making an example out of that jackass. That's all I'm doing. My feelings aren't hurt by that. It made me feel stronger. It made me feel like I'm exactly where I need to be. If me being happy and getting a therapist for my son makes you angry, I'm exactly where I need to be. Hey, Brock Bandy, why on earth would that upset anyone? Says Martin. I need to find a new therapist. Yeah, Joe. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I had to go through a few to get to the right one. Unfortunately, people sometimes suck. And though one day I'll have a cure for the common cold, there will never be a cure for stupidity. That's a great comment. Thank you, Anne from Massachusetts. That woman would never say those things to your face. Absolutely, Buffy has that. So true. So true. She'd never say that to my face. Not ever. Don't spare their feelings and hide their identity. They say it publicly, they have to deal with the backlash. Well, I don't think she'll get any backlash from it, but even if she does, F her. I don't care. You come on my channel and leave a comment like that, first of all, you're going to get blocked immediately. And she did. But what an embarrassing thing to say. You embarrassed yourself. You care that much about me? I just still go back to the people who hate watch me. It's hilarious. What a waste of your time. But I gain, you lose. I get a view. I get paid for your view, for your hate watching view. Assumption is the mother of all F-ups. There was a great movie. I don't know if you saw it. It had Samuel L. Jackson and Gina Davis. I love Gina Davis. Okay. It was called The Long Kiss Goodnight. Great family Christmas movie. Just kidding. It's pretty violent, but it's a great movie. She's such a badass in that movie. And Samuel L. Jackson, as funny as he is, he has a comment in it and he goes, "You made an assumption. And as we all know, assumption makes an ass out of you, assumption." I was like, I never forgot that. It was great. Period. End of story. The end. No need to defend yourself, Reese. If this isn't your group, move on, lady. Absolutely. Yes, it was a great movie, Brock. I hate watch you, but only when you say you hate buffets. You're not going, Joe, and that's that. We said no. We voted against it, and it's a no. Liz Trick said she might go with you someday. I love how they hate watch, not realizing you get the view anyway. And Buffy, come get them. Unbelievable, though. Okay, that made me need a drink. That really F's up my throat. I did a lot of it last night on Colts and Crims. Gina Davis is such a badass in that movie. Her blonde hair in that movie, she is so... If you need to feel tough, like if you need a nice female-driven, like strong character movie, that is such a good movie. Keyboard warriors are cowards, says West Coast Fancy Nancy. Yeah, I mean... Here's the thing about that, and it's a good topic. This is a great topic because this is what we've been talking about. And sometimes it's good to shine the light on this type of thing. Think about where and how unhealed that woman is. If you in your life have to come over to make yourself feel better and sleep better at night to say something like that, cringe. Like, where are you in life? How do you treat your coworkers? I can't imagine how you treat the people you actually know. What a judgmental piece of shit comment. You know nothing. You know nothing about me. You think you do. You think you do. You thought enough to make that much of an assumption without thinking it through like a jackass, right? Damn, girl. A little something toward Huxley's next therapy because I love you both. That is really nice, Joanne Holly. Damn. That's a huge super chat. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Toward his next therapy. That is really kind. Thank you, Joanne Holly. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. Hey, Linda. Now that I'm on a GLP-1, I can't eat a full plate, let alone a buffet. I had to dip back down to the 7 milligram, Joe, and my A1C went up. So he put me back on the 14 milligram, man. My appetite is not suppressed on the 7. Got to go back up to the 14, and then my pants will fit better. I didn't realize how chubby I got. Like, my fatty pouch is really hanging out. I find it so strange that people think they know how everyone should live their lives or that they have the right to voice their opinion. And what works for you may not work for somebody else. Ooh, that's cool, Nancy. I haven't read it. Like, for you to make that kind of a comment, what did it say? I just laughed. I laughed very hard when I read this. Very upsetting to see money being spent on another tattoo. Okay, mom, what? Just that first sentence. Being spent on another, to see your money being spent on another tattoo? You're very upsetting to see money being spent on another tattoo? What? What do you have to do with how I spend my money? You're upset at how I spent my money that I didn't spend, that Tommy spent on me? But getting other people to pay for therapy for your own child, like Joanne Hawley just did, which you should for his own privacy, not disclose in your show. I should? Says you? Are you out of your damn mind? Holy entitlement. Please rethink your behavior for your child's sake. Can you play the shame blame game anymore? This is a woman. Gross. That's embarrassing for you. It's 2025, and shaming and blaming people for how they live their lives is outdated. And also, we hope that you fuck off into the forever, right? I'm going to send you money to go to a Nickelback concert. I want a bathroom I can play baseball in. Don't do it, Brock. Don't get me started. Tell me what you want. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. It's worse than her comment. But I'll go to the concert, Brock. If you send me money, I'll do it. I'm as deep as a puddle. Stella, I love you, and you make total sense. Timark, I don't understand the concept of hate watching. If you don't like the person, why would you waste your time? Well, actually, Timark, don't say that. We want them to watch us because I need the money. Okay, so I need that. I need that view, Timark. Don't tell her. Don't tell her I get paid. Joe, can't wait to hear all about your new adventures in Ecuador. Keep us posted. I will. And I'm going to take you with me, Joseph. You're going to go with me, and thanks for being a member. Hux is in therapy. Glad he's embracing that. I hope he's doing awesome. From watching Puppy daily to barely catching alive. I miss so much. Baby Angel, yes, and we're proud of it. And thank you for being supported. Yeah, so he started a couple weeks ago, and we're seeing the guy weekly, and he's been a therapist for a long time, and he specializes in teens and adolescents. And I really like the guy. Huxley really likes the guy. He says he's very much enjoying it. That's what matters. Of course, I would never go into further detail. I couldn't even if I wanted to. I don't know anything about it. It's not my therapy. I don't want to know. It's between those two. But I think it's okay to normalize that and say, hey, my teen son is in therapy. I think that's a beautiful thing. Shout it from the rooftops. I think it's a beautiful thing, right? I feel blessed and lucky that we can have a therapist, right? Chris Crafts and Coffee, to offset the constances of the world, put this toward therapy. That is very kind. What a horrible person. I hate to be shaming like this. Like normally I'm like, hey, we don't care. We don't do that. But it's like, God, I want to make an example out of you. You just look so terrible. What kind of friends do you have? Like what kind of unhealthy relationships are you in this world? Thank you for your super chat. That was very kind. She's not upset. She's annoyed to see you living your best life. Ooh, Stella. Stella, I like that. Why are you smack talking your own body? You know, Cricket sent me an email about this the other day. You guys know Cricket, Chow Yun Smut. And she was like, Reese, why are you tearing your body down? Something awesome needs a good frame. You know, I don't like the way my body looks again. I gained some weight and I saw my fatty pouch yesterday and I hadn't seen it in a while. And I was upset about it. I'm going to be honest. I'm being totally open with you. I feel chubby. I feel bloated. And I talked to God about it today. And I was like, that's the next thing we need to work on. Like, I need to take my health very seriously. I'm in my mid to late 40s and I need to take it more seriously. I'm being serious. Like my cholesterol went up. I think that could kill me. So I need to make better choices and I want to get rid of my fatty pouch. So I'm going to start a GoFundMe to get it cut off.